When I started beekeeping, I thought I was just learning about bees, but what I really learned was about myself. One day, a guy invited me to his uncle's bee farm. Rows of hives lined beneath the trees. I remember standing there watching thousands of them move in perfect order and feeling something I hadn't felt in a long time. It was quiet but alive, structured but free. Not too long afterward, I ordered my first hive. Not because I wanted honey, but because I wanted harmony. And after my first full season as a beekeeper, I realized bees don't just make honey, they make healing. They taught me that nature never rushes, and yet everything gets done. That patience produces sweetness, and that balance, not busyness, sustains the hive. So today I want to share what tending to bees taught me about life, focus, and faith. When I first put my suit on, I thought beekeeping was about control, mastering the process, managing the hive, producing results. But the bees quickly humbled me. They don't operate on command. They operate on rhythm. You can't rush them. You can't force them. You can only partner with them. And that's why vibration is so important. The first time I opened a hive, the hum was so loud. It was like the heartbeat of something ancient. And in the moment I realized, this is not my project. And it's a collaboration with creation. You can't outsmart nature. You can only learn to move with it. Then I had to have a mindset shift. This was about partnership over control. Most people think beekeeping is about honey, but really it's about humility. The bees taught me discipline through observation. They taught me surrender, that my energy affects theirs. If I approached them anxious, they mirrored it. Everything around you mirrors what's within you. Beekeeping became a reflection of my spiritual life. The hive thrives when the keeper is grounded, and that's true for life too. I once ran an experiment where I had someone's hive close to mine, and she was always really frantic. That season, her bees produced no honey, and I had one of the richest harvests of that year. Your relationships, your work, your creativity, they all respond to your presence, not your pressure. Here are a few lessons that I learned from the hive. Lessons on order, rhythm, and flow. Bees operate in divine order. Every bee has a role. Every role matters. They don't compete, they contribute. Watching them taught me that success isn't about speed, it's about synchronicity. Their whole world runs on communication and trust. They move as one. They rest when needed, they rebuild when necessary. And somehow, through all that structure, there's still grace. That's what I want my life to look like, ordered but flowing, structured but soft. The hive reminded me that creation has its own timing. You don't have to force your bloom when it's not your season. When I sit in my backyard near the hives at sunset, I think about how even the smallest creatures carry divine purpose. And it reminded me of Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plan. The bees don't overthink their assignment. They just do what they were created to do. And because of that obedience, the whole ecosystem benefits. It made me realize when we align with what God created for us, we don't have to chase blessings. We attract them naturally, in season, and in flow. So overall, what beekeeping taught me about life was patience is power, and rushing ruins the harvest. Observation brings wisdom. Not everything needs fixing. Some things just need tending. Stillness, and above all, nature does not force, it flows. That's how I want to live, like the hive, grounded in purpose, trusting in divine timing, creating sweetness just by being in alignment. The bees reminded me of something I hope you never forget. You don't have to do more to be more. You have to just be present where God planted you. Move with nature, flow with God. If this helped you, drop a honeybee in the comments and share what your hive looks like in this season. See you in the next video.